Hello friends, it's another beautiful day. It's time to get ready for another lesson. So let's go ahead and stand up and put our hand over our heart, and we're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now to the side. I am somebody. I will succeed. In school and life, I will achieve. Let's join together to work and share. Let's show the world we care. At Woodbridge ECEC, we are a team. At Woodbridge ECEC, we will reach our dreams. Okay, on to calendar. Friends, what is the name of our month this month? It is May. Good job. It's May. Now let's find out what today is. There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Okay, so if yesterday was Wednesday, then that means today is Thursday, and that means tomorrow will be Friday, 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 Friday. Tomorrow's going to be Friday. Now let's count to find out the date. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Good job. 13, 14. So today is Thursday, May 14th, 2020. And we are moving on to the weather. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? So what is the weather like today, weather watchers? I want you to go ahead and look out a window. And you're going to look right out a window and tell me what the weather's doing today. Ready? Okay, I'm going to count back from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, perfect. Okay, friends, so was there any type of precipitation today? Which, if you recall, precipitation is when things fall from the sky. So it could be rain, it could be snow, it could be hail, it could be sleet. All of those things could be from precipitation. That's all different forms of precipitation. Sorry, got distracted there for a second. So, were there any types of precipitation that were falling from the sky? No, not today, not so far. So, no snow, no rain. It's not super windy. Let's see. I know that I saw the sun this morning. Did you see the sun at all? Have you seen it at all today? Yeah, so I don't think it's a fully cloudy day. I think it's going to be another one of those sunny, a little bit of clouds, a little bit of sunny kind of days where it goes back and forth and back and forth. Let's do a pattern today. So remember, patterns repeat themselves. So I'm going to make the pattern, and then you're going to tell me how to repeat it. Okay? Let's see. This one's a little bit harder. Okay? So, sun, tree, bunny, tree. That's my pattern. Sun, tree, bunny, tree. Okay. So if my pattern is sun, tree, bunny, tree, what's going to go here? The sun. Yep. And then what's going to come after the sun? A tree. And what's going to come after the tree? A bunny. And what's going to come after the bunny? Another tree. And that's my pattern. Because remember, my pattern is sun, tree, bunny, tree. So let's check it. Sun, tree, bunny, tree. Perfect. And remember, patterns don't have to be any regular, particular way. They just need to make sure they repeat themselves over and over again. So let us remember that the counting song is also posted down below in the show more portion of this video. Underneath the video it'll say show more, and it's got all the videos on there. That's counting to 100. Now remember, if you can't count all the way to 100, I totally understand, of course, but it's a good way to practice, and just singing it helps to practice that. Alrighty. Let's see, we have our number time today. So remember, we're making numbers right now because we are all done with making all the letters, because my super smart friends have gotten through all the letters of the alphabet. So we are looking at numbers, okay? So in order to make all the numbers that we're going to make today, which would be 0, 1, or 2, you just need 2 big curves, 1 big line, and 1 little line, okay? So let's see, let's make a 1 first. Let's mix it up. So a 1 is super easy because all I need to do is make a big line down. Yep, it's just 1 big line down. What's that number? 1. And when we make the number 1, we just do a big line down. That's the number 1. If we're doing 0, I need 2 big curves. So we're going to take that magic C and then the other big curve, and we're going to make a 0. So we make a 0, we start at the top and a big curve, keep going, and stop. This is the number 0. Nice job. And now we're going to make the number 2. So the number 2, you need a big curve and you need a little line. So you just make that big curve and the little line across. So when we make a number 2, we start up at the top. Yep. And we make a big curve, little line across. What's the name of that number? 2. When we make a number 2, we start at the top and we make a big curve, little line across. Good job. Okay. So that's it. And what number is that? 2. Nice job, friends. So that's it for number time today. Remember, our nursery rhyme this week is the farmer plants the seeds. The farmer plants the seeds. Hi-ho the dairy-o, the farmer plants the seeds. So that video is also below in the show more portion of this video because it's way cuter than Miss Swain singing the whole thing. Music this week is Herman the Worm. So along came Herman the Worm, and he was this big. That's one of my favorites. I'm missing us doing that together. The Body Boogie is another one. That's another one of my favorites where you get to do some air guitar. Your read-alouds for this week are all about insects, right? They are all about insects because we are talking about observing growth in insects and focusing in on butterflies. So, we have talked about the life cycle of a butterfly, which is that they start as an egg, and then out of the egg comes the caterpillar, and then the caterpillar wraps itself up in a chrysalis or cocoon, and then out of the chrysalis and cocoon comes the butterfly, and then the butterfly lays the eggs, and that cycle starts all over and over and over again. That's why it's called a cycle, because it goes the same way. It's like a pattern. It's a pattern that repeats itself over and over and over again. And the pattern is egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, butterfly. Egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, butterfly. So it's just like a pattern. So speaking of caterpillars and butterflies, Miss Swain has her caterpillar here. Check out this little friend. Whoop, there we go. Computer froze for a second. There he is. He's getting real big. He's eating a lot of that food down there, and he's getting real big. So he was already an egg, and then he became a caterpillar, and he's getting super big. So yeah, he's becoming a caterpillar. And then after he's done being a caterpillar, he's going to come all the way up here to the top. And up here at the top, he's going to hang down, look kind of like a J. And then he's going to wrap himself up in that chrysalis. And then out of the chrysalis is going to come the butterfly. So, it's time for our butterfly journal. I've already written my submission for today, which shows that he is still a caterpillar. The date is May 14th, 2020. It is day 4 with my little friend. And I drew a picture of the caterpillar. He's a little bit bigger than he was yesterday, but also it's really hard to see on this camera. But I put some really light lines over top of it because I'm sure your caterpillar is doing the same as mine. And for friends who don't have one at home, who didn't come pick one up, there's like a web in there. You can kind of see that food like hanging out on it. There's a web in there kind of that he spun around, and that's just what they do. So I put the web in the picture that I drew. And then my observation was that it made a web. I spelled out web. W-e-b. Web. So it made a web. A web. Okay. So he made a web. So I'm going to put that away. So I'm interested to see how he keeps growing and how he, her, whatever it is, will be a beautiful butterfly, friends. And I hope your caterpillars are doing well also. We're just going to do a little check-in also on the grass. Please remember, I have had this grass planted since I sent the grass to be sent in the mail. So mine has been planted longer than yours, which is why it's so tall. But don't stress if your grass is not growing to your liking or it hasn't grown at all. It's really hard to kill grass seed. It's probably just still what we call dormant. So that means it's sleeping. So you just need to make sure it's getting water every day and that it's in a place where there's a lot of sunlight. Miss Wayne's going to have to cut our little grass again because it's getting too tall. So here I go. I'm just going to cut the tops right off. Here we go. These ones are a little unruly. So I'm just very carefully just cutting the tops off. Just like that. So that they're not all laying over the side. So there's my grass. I need to water it. This is your daily reminder. Water your grass. Because if not, it will die. And you will not have grass growing. It will just either not grow because it doesn't have the water it needs. Because remember, plants need 3 things. They need sunlight, dirt or soil, and the sun. They only need those 3 things. And if you take any of those 3 things away, it won't work. All right, friends? You all have a super wonderful day. I miss you so much, and I can't wait to see you soon.